The Vindicators plan out their time heist, involving focuses from their past to pinpoint areas for the limitlessness stones. The space, brain, and time stones are found in 2012 New York, the Truth Stone in 2013 Asgard, and the Power and Soul Stones on Morag and Vormir separately in 2014. They split into 3 groups and turn back the clock to start their missions, careful that they just have a limited measure of Pym particles since Hank Pym likewise died in the snap. Rogers, Obvious, Pennant and Lang show up in a substitute 2012 amidst the clash of New York. Pennant moves toward the New York sanctum and sees as the Old One, who will not loan the time stone to him. Notwithstanding, she yields subsequent to discovering that Specialist Odd had given it over to Thanos later on, knowing Unusual could never have done so in the event that there was definitely not a grave explanation. At distinct pinnacle, Lang and Obvious endeavor to take the Tesseract, yet loses it to Loki, who utilizes it to magically transport away. Rogers gets the staff from Strike ownership by pretending Hydra association, however is compelled to battle his 2012 self who mistakes him for Loki. Subsequent to overcoming his previous self, Rogers rendezvous with Distinct and Lang. With just enough Pym particles for another outing each, Unmistakable and Rogers choose to return further to Camp Lehigh to another 1970, where they have one more shot at acquiring the Tesseract and more Pym particles. Lang is left with the staff to get back to the current day. At the SHIELD base, Rogers subtly acquires the particles from Hank Pym, yet runs into Peggy Carter's office while avoiding security. He sorrowfully watches her as she works in her office. In the meantime, Distinct experiences his dad Howard subsequent to getting the Tesseract. With the last's better half Maria anticipating a child, Tony, assuming some pretense of Howard Potts, offers nurturing exhortation, saying that the great times he had with his dad by that made a difference. Before they head out in different directions, Tony embraces his substitute dad, having at last acquired his conclusion.